Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Allow It. I've forgotten what number we're on. Check the description box. My name is Dion.
I am Lish.
Yes.
This is Allow It.
Back.
I think maybe we're in 55.
Nah, we're past 55.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we're 56.
Then this may be 56.
Yeah, I think this may be 56. Anyway, whichever one it is, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And to also, whatever episodes that you've missed, please kindly go back and chase them up and have a look or have a listen with our audio version instead. So I'm going to jump right in. This week we are talking about a thread that was on Threads, which we love. We've discussed that, how much we love Threads. So this one says, what is a sign that someone is secretly miserable in their relationship? Okay, so I'm going to read some, and then we're going to give our opinions, either to add to the thread or to maybe just, I don't know, just talk about what people have said in the thread. Someone said, I used to be so happy and take care of my physical appearance for a man. I used to be so happy to look good for him. After seeing him watch and lust over other women, I don't care about myself or my looks. So I guess one of those. When you fall out, I guess when you fall off. When you fall off, do you agree? Would you fall off just because you see your man lusting after other people? I'll do the opposite.
That's what I'm like, huh?
I'll do that.
No, I'm gonna like, yeah.
I'm not doing the falling off.
I'm gonna play in your face.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna do. Not only am I gonna break even, you see me right in tacky. If you hear me, I'm never gonna get this. I'm never gonna get this done. I'm never gonna get this done. I'm gonna get it all of it done, and I'm gonna lust over other people, like he's lusting over other people too.
You're not gonna see me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the baddest.
With the fattest.
The baddest with the fattest with whatever, and you ain't gonna see me.
The baddest with the fattest.
Why would you?
I don't know. That's weird.
Why would you just stop taking care of yourself? Because
I don't know. It's very strange.
And it's not even to gain his attention because he's lusting over other. I feel like it's more fulfilling for you to do the opposite.
Yeah, that's very true.
That sounds like depression. Sorry, but it sounds like that's depression.
Girl looks like she's in the dark and the gloom.
Yeah, that looks like she reverted to depression. Like she saw her man.
Yeah, exactly.
That ain't.
Weird flex.
Thread, yeah. That's the wrong thread.
When you see a couple sitting alone at a restaurant and they're engaged with their phones their whole entire time.
That sounds like my situation. I'm like, we barely go together, but when we do go out together, there's no
discussion
there. We're discussing with our phones.
Does that make you miserable and unhappy in your relationship?
No, it's just
it just is.
We live together.
Yeah,
we're together. Like it's fine.
Together all the time.
Yeah, so it's kind of like.
And that's why people are like, oh yeah, the date nights. Literally, the date nights. All we do is talk about the kids.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like...
We talk about the kids, we talk about the week that's to come, or a holiday that's coming up, and that's it.
The other day when we went, like, running errands together, I was talking to you the whole time.
Oh, yes.
So I was just like...
You sure did. He's like, this girl
ended up part of the conversation.
Of course, yeah. You know what's funny, right? Now that you say that, in my actual friendship, this is platonic relationships. In my actual friendships, I make a conscious decision to put my phone away.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that with our romantic relationships?
Maybe we're miserable.
Maybe we are, clearly. Because honestly, I make a conscious effort to be like, actually, Lish and I haven't spoken. Let's, alone with no kids around, let's actually just, focus on how good the food is, our plans, or whatever it may be. And also, let's try not to talk about work. Yeah. That's why I always say, let's not try and talk about work because we work together, so it's hard to talk about, allow it. But yeah, that's the only time that we get to do that. So, and it's few and far in between. So we obviously have to make it.
Yeah, I think also and also maybe it's different because say we're together and you make that effort, you put your phone away. Why am I gonna have my phone out? Like it's just weird. So
I guess
sometimes I follow suit. So if we're out and he has his phone,
you're just gonna take your phone out too.
My phone out too.
Yeah,
so it's just like
I do, like, let's say if we're together once in a while, I'll be like, oh, have you seen this that I sent you? And then we're on it, and then we come off it. But we're really, if we're gonna eat, even we don't even need to talk half the time. We stay sitting in silence and just enjoying our food. That's what we do. Just stay in silence and enjoy my food, but not necessarily on the phone. Someone said another sign of them being miserable is when they post all sorts of things on their Facebook about how happy they are. Oh. And this has been evident really with most either social media couples or people that are on social media in general and they are in a relationship. Give it 2-3 years down the line, they're divorced, they are not together anymore, because they're advocating so much about how happy they are. In fact, they lose themselves in a false happiness.
Yeah, because I mean, I know I've mentioned before in the past where I know a couple people personally that really, really, they put their relationships on Front Street, but they're not happy.
Yeah.
You know, and even me, I'll be shocked because I'm also like the masses. I'm thinking like, oh, you know, wow, that's great.
Of course.
You know, good for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess there's some truth to that. I think a lot of people that are in really, really happy relationships keep that for themselves.
Yeah,
I don't think they want to put all of that out there. You know,
and when you see them, you see them
out there. You know, so it's like,
and when you see them, you see them.
Yeah,
and when you don't, you don't. And some people are just hiding their men's because their men's need to be hidden. They don't want to be seen out there with their men's. And sometimes their men's are hiding their women because they don't want to be seen out here with their women.
That's very true.
So they also could be hiding other stuff. So there's so much like reasoning to this whole social media thing. In terms of a show you post your partner, show you not. I just say do what you want.
There's layers.
There ain't no rules.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Don't show me and I ain't gonna show you.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's okay. It's all right.
I don't know how this relates. This is crazy. Their feet don't point towards you.
What?
Anyone with long knees is problematic.
So basically, if you bow-legged, like
or bow-legged or whatever it may be, if your feet don't point towards the person that you're in a relationship with, then you've got an issue. Yeah.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on that?
Wow. That sounds like what is it, old wives' tale?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
I've never heard that before.
On top of that, this person actually said, "You're so welcome for that secret advice." So look out for those people that feet don't face you. People, yeah. Apparently they're for the gutter. Another one, they cry at church every Sunday. That's when it's really.
That's when it's peak.
Really peak. Things are bad.
What? Sheesh. Wow.
And if you go to church with that person, they're just seeing you cry about what they do to them every week.
Oh my gosh. That's when every week the word is really hitting. Of course,
every week the word is hitting.
The word is hitting.
Oh God, people are putting some really silly ones in here. Matching Christmas pajamas. That's when you know that people are miserable. What? You're a hater. She's a hater. She's just trying to find someone who she can wear Christmas jumpers with.
Oh my God.
But she don't want. She can't find someone.
Maybe her partner told her no, so she's pissed.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's pissed. She's pissed. Oh my goodness.
And then someone says, I feel like when a person says, wait till you've been married 20 years, you never want to be around that person all the time anymore. So I guess it's 20 years of misery. Yeah, well,
it's like when you ask like a couple that has been together for a really, really long time, and you ask them what their
secret is or whatever
and they'll say something crazy like that. Like,
I've had one where I've asked someone to like, what's been your secret? You've been with your wife or whatever for that period of time. And the first thing he said is compromise and lots of it. And I was like, okay.
That sounds like that sounds like somebody that's probably miserable.
It's like compromise and loads of it. Well, there's no love in there, there's no trust in there,
exactly.
there's no don't lie, there's no be faithful, there's nothing but compromise all day long.
Yeah.
It sounds like an actual chore.
It sounds like work.
I understand, obviously, you do need to compromise in relationships, but not to the point where that's the only reason why it's made you last 20 years. That's barbaric.
Oh my God.
It actually is barbaric.
One of mine is sitting in your car.
Mm-hmm.
Not going in your house. You're sitting in your car.
Yeah, sit in your car. Sit in your car. But then sitting in your car can also mean another thing, because I sit in my car sometimes, obviously, because I know the kids are home.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm sitting in the car with my snacks, and I just want to eat my snacks before I get into the yard. I don't want to share my snacks. I don't want to share anything. I'm not a very good sharer. I just truly believe I'm like an only child at heart. I think
I could attest to that.
Yeah.
I don't
terrible sharer. I don't like sharing my things. I just don't.
My partner comes from he has a lot of siblings, so I get really, really pissed when he touches my things. So it's like, and he's always like, "Oh, you don't know how to share," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to share. Don't touch my stuff."
Yeah.
It's not for the both of us.
I guess it's not nice, really. We should be sharing more.
Please.
Yeah, I don't know. But you share a lot, though, with like kids and stuff. You share all the time.
Yeah, with the kids, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But a grown man, don't touch my stuff.
My children don't give me a choice.
Yes.
You see the way they surround me, like vampires.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as soon as they hear the rapper, it's like,
exactly. Literally, that's exactly what they do.
As soon as they hear the rapper, it's like
from a distance, a different room. And all he hears is the rapper. He'll be like, "Mama," and then they all just rally around me. But yeah, I guess I have no choice in that aspect. But anything else, I really hate sharing. It's really not a thing for me. Like a thing that Uncle John does is like when I get a Starbucks or something, and then I haven't got anything. He's like, "Oh, let me just taste what it tastes like." Why do you want to know what it tastes like? Why, like? No,
don't touch.
Get your own.
Yeah.
Get your own. Do you want something? I could have bought you something. I can even go back and buy you.
That's my thing. I'll do.
Yeah,
I'll get one for
exactly.
you, one for me, but I'm not sharing. I don't want to share. And
I buy the same one every time. So why are you asking me what it tastes like? And then you know what pisses me off too? When people say, "Oh, I want to know what it tastes like," they taste it and they're like, "Ooh." That's not nice. I'm like, so why are you asking?
You know that. Why? That's a pet peeve of mine. That is a pet peeve of mine because nobody called you over here. Yeah, no one called you over here.
We don't condone violence.
No one called you over
here. Nobody called you over here is very true. And then just one last one for the roads. Looking for attention outside the relationship, not making plans with your partner, and not wanting to share with them how your day went, etc. That last one, how your day went.
I'm gonna have to
agree or disagree with that one.
I'm going to have to disagree.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
that doesn't mean I'm miserable because you haven't asked how my day went, or I haven't asked how your day went.
Yeah. I make a conscious effort to do it. Sometimes do I mean it? No. Sometimes do I actually want to know? No. But I just still ask because it's polite, and sometimes I actually don't want anybody to ask me because I might have just had the worst day.
Yeah, exactly.
And the last thing I want to do is talk about it.
Because it's based on your personality.
Yeah, exactly.
As a person.
And then, of course, I think this one is true, though. Looking for attention outside of the relationship.
That's true, but that doesn't necessarily... That doesn't necessarily mean that you're miserable.
What does that mean, then?
It could mean that you're bored at the moment.
God damn it.
It could mean that you're bored. I don't think that means that you're people that look outside of their relationship sometimes. Mm-hmm. This is my thing with side pieces. Okay. There's every so often there's that time where the side piece is necessary. She wins or whatever. He or she
wins.
They win.
The game is the game.
Exactly. But for the most part, I feel like people step out for a period of time or whatnot because they're bored.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that they're not in love with their significant other, or they're miserable, or they dislike their significant other. They're probably just bored.
The internets are gonna bash you.
I don't care.
They're gonna say, God said you have to have one person.
I know. I mean,
why is fidelity such a big deal? Why are people saying it's not possible in this day and age?
I'm not saying that it's not
me
possible.
Neither.
Yeah, but I'm
just not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying infidelity will just be there, and technically it's just a part of life. Like sin is a part of life.
Yes.
People don't have to acknowledge it, like it, or want to do it all the time, or should be doing it all the time.
Exactly.
But it's a part of life.
Exactly.
Like people lie all the time. No one ever brings that up.
Exactly. So what makes one sin heavier than the
other? So if you need to get a little
like I said, I'm not condoning it, and I'm not saying that it's okay, but it also technically does not mean that the person that you're with is miserable or is not in love with you anymore, or there's so many things could happen. There's so many circumstances that could happen. Just even back to you're not asking me how my day is or whatnot. That person could also feel like, okay, maybe you're disconnected from the relationship, so let me kind of go and seek attention elsewhere. Maybe the girl that I see at the gym every time, like, she asks me how my day is.
Of course. So you just go find out what's good with her.
Let me find out how her day is. But that doesn't mean that, okay, he's miserable and he doesn't love me anymore. He just feels disconnected and he doesn't know how to tell you, or whatever. Or vice versa. She feels disconnected and she's like, she doesn't know how to tell you.
That's very true.
So I don't condone cheating.
And it actually, like you said, it might not even be cheating. It's a case of the girl at the gym asks how my day is.
Exactly.
And I'm going to go to the gym every day so she can ask me how my day is.
Exactly.
And I'm seeking attention, technically, from the girl from the gym.
Exactly. Because she's giving me attention.
Yeah, of course. Exactly.
She's giving me a little bit of,
But that doesn't mean I'm going any further, because the girl at the gym, you can't even get her number for less than 10K.
Exactly.
So nothing might even happen to you.
Exactly. So sometimes
I get your point of view.
Yeah. Sometimes it is what it is.
Exactly.
But I don't think that means
that they're miserable.
That also leads me into my next question.
Yeah.
What do you feel about, because I seen this a post the other day. What do you feel about women or men that actively pursue people that are married, and they're very vocal and they're happy about that?
That's between them and God. I don't know. I don't think I feel anything about it. So I feel more for the people that fall for it. Because obviously this person is a prolific prolific serial homewrecker, and you know it, and you still allow them to go for your flesh. Exactly.
Go for your flesh and wreck your home.
So for them, I'm indifferent. Like I said, they're just sinners like everybody.
Yeah.
They're just sinning in a whole different way. And in fact, they're talking about it, which is even better somehow, because God knows your heart and you're speaking your heart. So everybody knows, not just God, but everybody knows. So technically, I'm actually, do your thing, do whatever you need to do. I'm quite indifferent about them. I'm just like, whatever, it's just way of life.
Yeah.
You chose to do that, you choose to do that. But the people that fall for it, though, the dumbos that fall for it,
exactly.
that's my beef. My beef is with those people. Especially for the ones, sorry to cut you off, but the ones that you know already, like in social media.
They're already out there. Yeah.
Like they go and pursue footballers, they pursue rappers, they pursue these people, and they wreck their homes on purpose, and they still fall for it. And I'm like, come on, you got so much money. You could just go to Whole Foods and meet a girl there instead. I don't know why you're going
somebody that's on the low
for doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, where is the logic and the reasoning behind that? That's when I'm like, you're really dumb. Yeah.
No, I agree.
So wreck your home, but don't wreck your home with someone that you know is a serial.
Out loud.
Exactly, out loud.
From the Maybe in that case you're miserable. You
Exactly.
actually want your wife to leave you or whatever.
And I saw her. Remember the girl that actually posted, and she went viral about how she pursues married men.
Yeah.
And she's got a married guy here in London that flies her out to London. She's your typical guys. She's your typical IG baddie, except for the bad wig. I did mention that in the comments.
Oh yeah, you did. You did say that your wig. I saw you in the comments. Actually, yeah. I think that's why I wish up on my algorithm.
I wish you and that guy would really focus on investing in a good wig for you, because all of them flights are not going towards the hair, and that's problematic.
That's very
problematic
because that's
her wig was going all the way. She was doing all that.
She was talking.
And she's a typical baddie. I mean, she got a booty, she got a boobie, she got everything done. She got the veneers, the skin is popping. She's a beautiful young lady, but the one thing that she ain't got going on is the wig. So maybe he's a white guy.
Probably. Don't disrespect me like that.
Yeah.
Like everything needs to be top tier. There ain't no way.
Because they say the harder your wig, the softer your life.
There ain't no way. Don't do that.
So yeah, the guy pays for her to come out to London, and she knows he's married. She made sure that he was married, because she said she has no business being in an actual relationship with someone stable. She's got too much going on and she's not interested. He pays all of her bills, her rent, her da-da. And I could actually maybe name 5 people in London who can do that right now. Your men's. Your men's, not mine. Mine is broke. Mine is barely breaking even with me alone. Let alone everyone else.
Hello.
He's not interested. One thing I know about my man is that he won't spend a dime on nobody.
You don't got the coin. He's not gonna spend that money.
He's not interested in spending money anywhere else but within the remit that he has currently. But yeah, I know about 5 people. Yeah, I see 5 people here in London that have got husbands that are capable of that. Yeah. But I ain't gonna air you out, but you're there.
That can afford
that can afford the flying out, the paying of the bills in American dollars, all of that stuff. The hustle is crazy. But yeah, I'm indifferent with that girl. I'm actually happy for her. She's getting her bills paid. What I'm not happy about is the Dumbo that falls for it.
That's true.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
True. See, my issue is when the side piece then has like all of this aggression towards the wife or the main piece or whatnot, because it's like, why are you talking to me? What's your problem?
I don't know. I don't make.
I think that's so weird.
Don't speak to me. Just to have a happy life on the side.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Why are you interested in me and what I'm doing with the kids and all that stuff? This is what I say. If you want to start calling me and that, start coming and doing the laundry bi-weekly.
Thank you.
Because you really just a sister wife. Come and help me.
Come help out.
Yeah. Why are we fighting here? Go pick up the kids from school. And I've got a couple of errands for you to actually run. Go pick up his dry cleaning. Sort that out. All of his agbadas and his jalamias. Go pick them up from the dry cleaners. Make yourself useful. Just
like what?
Exactly. Don't just be around here causing nonsense in my ear on the phone, shouting,
talking trash. Do you know where your man is at?
Bitch,
who cares? Leave me alone.
I'm trying to have a glass of wine with my girls. I couldn't care less where my man is at. Do you know what he did to me last week? You know what he bought me? Good for you, sis. We're all winning now.
Thank you.
We're all winning now.
I think that's very
yeah, that's weird. That's weird to me. And I think that's like sometimes I think it comes with a generational thing though, because if your aunts and your mom were tussling over some man whenever, she most probably had the same with her aunts. Her mom was tussling over someone. But one thing about it, my mom and my aunts were never tussling over no man. I tell you that now. They could not have cared less.
Especially, can you imagine you don't have to do any of the leg work and a guy is taking care of you, doing everything for you, and you over here looking for his wife and calling her.
Lady, let her
send like what?
Let her do her thing. I don't understand it. Her little side hustle. She's at her salon. Why are you calling her at her salon?
That's mad weird.
It's so strange.
Very weird. Very weird.
Life. I think it's a case of they maybe think that them being the main is going to be better off for them, like without realizing that there's so much legwork involved in actually just being like the actual wife or the actual partner or the lifelong parent.
Yes,
all
exactly.
Of those things. If you want to come take over, girl, come do it. Let's help each other. Let's make this a thing. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but
watch the kids while I go on holiday.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
If you're so pressed, come.
If you're so pressed, go and do the school run. The school run is what hurts me the most. I'm on the school run and you're trying to call me about, oh, your man was with me last night. So what am I going to do with that information? Ain't gonna ain't changing nothing.
You side chicks out there, please do better.
Yeah, come sort out the beans.
Do better.
You know how long it takes out to sort out the beans every week?
Do better. Do better.
For dinner.
Leave that lady alone. Yeah, she ain't thinking about you.
She's not thinking about you. Yeah, and like you said, my other issue is that not only are the sides, some side chicks that are, you know, badgering there's some side pieces men that also do that too.
Oh yeah. Why you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's very strange.
It's very, very strange.
Very strange.
Oh, she's mine. She was with me. All right, bruh. So what you want?
She said she was gonna leave you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do now? And some husbands even say, "This is our arrangement." And what? And what? It's like, and what? Come cut the grass. Come cut the grass on Saturday.
It's like, why are you talking? Why are you like, come on now? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Change the oil in the cars while you're at it.
I think that's so interesting. And then the exes that have left.
The exes that have left their partner to go to someone else or to just leave them, to say, oh, this relationship was terrible, I'm leaving you, blah, 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 I'm done. And then that partner ends up finding someone at some point, or someone finds them. And it's a couple of years down the line. And then that ex that's left is now bothering the current person that's there now. What are we doing here?
I actually think
that's psychotic to me. Actually, eat your medicine. Eat it. Don't swallow it. Chew it.
It's basically if I can't have you,
no one can.
Yeah, no. It's not even like I can't because it's basically I don't want you, and I don't want you, and I don't want no one else either. Yeah,
and I don't want you to ever be happy.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's a control thing. It's a knock thing. I don't want you to ever be happy, which is just it's crazy to me. It's really nuts. Put your energies into something else. Even the guys as well, that let's say they break up with you and they're like, okay, this is not for me. They break up with you, blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay, then peace juices. You go with someone else and then every year they're texting you, Happy New Year, Happy birthday.
How's your mom?
How's your mom? You're looking good. Is your sister doing all good now? Do you think I can get an invite to her wedding? Are you okay? I don't understand why I'm not invited. I'm technically family anyway.
Oh my gosh. Not the laugh. Now I'm technically family.
Exactly. So yeah, that's also weird to me. I don't know. Leave people alone. You say you don't want them, you don't want them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let someone else take the issue.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're in an arrangement, mind your arrangement.
Mind your arrangement.
Yeah.
And also, if you're still having issues up there, go see somebody. Go see someone. Because you clearly need help.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Not that actually, you know what? I was going to leave this until the end, but I think it ties in perfectly.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm going to do this now. So there's this girl that went on a honeymoon with her husband. So this kind of went viral, most sort of kind of, but there was like a few people with opinions. So I'm just going to read it out. My husband is making us fly home from our honeymoon after one day because he found out I sent my ex a simple goodbye text on the morning of our wedding. It was a goodbye text for goodness sake, not an I will always love you text, not a drop everything and meet me at the altar text. I needed to say goodbye to have closure on the unmarried part of my life. Please tell me my sensitive, nostalgic girlies understand.
Sorry.
These are the wrong girlies.
Not my sensitive, nostalgic girlies.
because we're none of that. So do you think she was in the wrong for sending that goodbye text?
I think that's so fucking random and weird. Like, I don't get it. Why?
It's like what we just talked about.
Yeah, why?
It's like, get help.
Huh?
You're getting married today. You're in hair, you're in makeup, you got your dresses on, you're surrounded by stuff, you got the one thing that's blue, you've got one thing from the old, you've got all of this stuff happening, you're drinking champagne, and all you can think about is that stupid ass man that's not marrying you.
Yeah, I'm like, you're thinking about your ex on your wedding day.
To say closure for the unmarried me, what does that even mean? What does that mean? Maybe I'm getting things wrong. Maybe I need to, let's say, okay, then step on the other side and be an emotional and sensitive.
I can't because I'm not. I can't even hypothetically, I can't. I don't. If I'm getting married, there's no flashback of me and all of my exes. And I'm thinking about, damn, which one did I like the best that I'm going to send him a text and say, c'est la vie. Like, what?
That's crazy to me. And he booked flights home. They're on their way home. He said that's crazy. Because what do we do?
I agree with him because I think it is crazy. I think that's weird as hell.
It's not breakup material.
No, I don't think he should break up with her, but it's just like,
girl, get yourself together.
Yeah.
Like, I married you. You should, like, honestly, I married you. Enough is enough.
I mean, I wouldn't have booked flights because I'm enjoying the rest of my vacation. Whether it's us doing our own things, our excursions separately, it is what it is. But I'm enjoying yeah.
You don't care what that next
exactly. I don't care what you did. I'm finishing my holiday. If you want to leave because I ain't talking to you, that's also your business. But it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, go see a therapist. Go talk to your pastor at church or something because it's weird.
It's really weird behavior. I don't understand where that text came from, talking about my unmarried past. And by the way, I don't believe in closure. I've told you this numerous times.
Yeah.
I don't think closure exists. You can never close anything. And I mean closure with everything. Closure with grief. Grief never ends. It will forever be a brick on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
You will always either feel it, see it, or whatever it may be. It's just always going to be there. Closure with relationships. There's no need for closure. Goodbye. It is what it is. See you later. There's no closure that's really needed. What are we closing here?
I'm like, how long was she with her husband before they got married? That's why that's also a weird thing.
People that take all the letters and all of that stuff, they burn them in a fire.
Oh, gosh.
They go put them in the river and say, oh, let the old memories go with the water.
Mm.
Yeah. That's not us.
No.
Have you ever tried to seek closure of any sort?
Absolutely not. Closure for who? Closure for what?
I don't know.
Some of them, I don't even know how we stopped talking. I can't even remember.
I think there was one person I dated that said, "Oh, maybe we need to meet so we can have some sort of closure." But really, I think maybe I wanted the coffee or something. I can't remember. Was it dinner? I think it took me out to dinner. I think it was the dinner. I said, "There's really nothing to close here." I said, "We're done. So what are we doing? But thanks for dinner."
Yeah, no, I've never had closure with anyone.
There's no closure there to anything.
No.
Even sometimes with families, when they say, "Okay, this has happened, and I deserve closure by us discussing it and all of that stuff." Like after a certain amount of years, like GDPR, like after 7 years, just erase that like it never happened.
It's
like
okay.
the CCJ.
Yeah, it's like it's alright.
For it to be taken off because it's okay. What are we then discussing here? You're my family member. What am I going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
I love you.
I don't know.
There's no point. People just
maybe she wasn't ready to get married and she's making an excuse.
She's making an excuse
because it's just like
she's a baddie too. She said,
I don't think.
She's calling.
Yeah, I think the streets were still calling. I don't think she was ready to leave the streets because what are you talking about?
I don't know. That's crazy to me. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things that are happening in the world, and the fact that people are putting on the internet, and then also their face behind it too. It's actually it's crazy work because why are you putting how are you going to be known? At some point, you're going to have children. Things don't disappear on the internet anymore.
It's there forever.
That's why I had to stop with Facebook because Facebook is the worst.
Oh.
You post anything on there, it'll be there until you're dead.
Even the things that you've hidden, Facebook will remind you. They'll be like, 10 years ago you posted this.
22 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what he put in there, but people will, lest we forget. Mark Zuckerberg, you didn't know that. You need to teach them.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Forever just reminding us.
Forever reminding me. I am happy about the fact that the sun is staying up a bit longer. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's true.
So that means
we have a little bit more daylight.
Exactly, yeah.
It's colder though, so I don't know.
It
is colder.
I don't care at this point.
It's colder.
Yeah, I'm just like, I need some sun, but that we'll just have to leave the country.
I mean, we live in a place where is the sun?
Of course,
it's behind the clouds.
It's
all the time.
How did we even get into the weather? I randomly brought that up. I think
all the time.
I'm looking outside to see how dark it is.
It's all the time.
The sun is up for a little bit longer. Anyway, do you have an allowance?
I do have an allowance. Okay, so hey, allow it.
Hey.
I need some thoughts on a dilemma.
Sure.
I recently fell out with a friend who didn't invite me to her wedding. We were close for over 8 years, talked almost daily, helped each other through tough times, and considered ourselves sisters. I was one of the first people to find out when she got engaged, and whenever she had issues with her partner, I was there, helping her work through them. This wasn't some casual friendship. She always said I was like family to her. So for her not to share this with me feels off. She had a small ceremony with only her best friend and her husband's best friend as witnesses. Afterward, they went to lunch with a few others, mostly from her husband's side. I only found out she got married when she called to show me bruises from a minor accident on her wedding day. I checked in on her and she casually mentioned the wedding, downplaying it as super small with no real guests. But later I saw a post on social media sent after she told me, showing that several people were actually there. It honestly felt like she used the accident to soften the blow. What really gets me is that her husband's friends knew about this short notice wedding, and they even brought their spouses to the lunch, which means our friends could have easily been there too. Yet she never even considered how I might feel. I confronted her and she brushed it off and never apologized, saying no one knew, not even her sisters who had stopped talking to her. But being in a season where I no longer waste energy on people who don't reciprocate, I chose to cut the relationship. Was I wrong for cutting off the friendship? Thank you.
Yeah, you're dumb. We're too old. and also, you know, I think maybe it's like an actual foreign concept, because I have this thing that I say, it's their wedding, it's their husband, their person, whoever they choose to be there and not be there is their choice. Whether you invite me or not, that's really up to you.
Yeah.
And then if I get invited, it's cool, I can dress up. You guys know I like dressing up. If I don't get invited, I see the pictures, I say congratulations. We've got a few actually close friends that have gotten married and we didn't go.
Yeah.
That didn't mean that our friendship was over. It just meant it is what it is. Whoever you got invited were the ones that you invited. We see you afterwards. We have, in fact, as a friend, you're dumb. You should have gotten your friends together, the ones that all weren't invited, and did a little shindig, a little get together. To say congratulations on your wedding.
Yeah, or before you got, I mean, well, she didn't tell you. Yeah, I was like, I could have done like a little bachelorette party.
She knew what kind of person she is. She knew she was the ops. she knew she was the ops. So she's like, I'm not going to tell you. There's no point. But yeah, this whole women code, girl code thing, and people are gonna hate us. This is the reason why our percentage in
oh my gosh,
is so unbalanced. Because I think it's more like a girl code thing to say, okay, you must invite me to your wedding because I've done this, and this for you, to justify that I am one of your best friends according to me and not according to you. So what her standards of the people that came to the wedding and your standards are two different things, because it's her wedding.
What is it like that? The girls.
Exactly.
Like she's a girl. Yeah. She's not being a girl.
She's not being a girl's girl.
A girl's
she didn't
girl.
invite all the girls. She just invited some of the girls. But I'm not, and thank goodness, thank God, our girls are not like that either.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
yeah. You invite me, you don't, whatever. Either way, it's gonna be a congrats, girl. You looked amazing.
I'm not fussed at all. If you don't want to invite me to your wedding,
don't.
It's definitely okay.
Yeah,
and
especially Lish.
I still love you.
You're so stressed.
I don't.
You're
whatever.
So stressed about
invite me to the after party. It is okay.
Yeah, having to find it and having to get time off.
Yeah,
no. To get a babysitter.
I don't.
There's a lot involved.
Exactly.
So if you don't invite me, it's really okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if you. I mean, you said you're in a season where you're cutting your friends or cutting people that don't reciprocate or serve you off. Yeah. More power to you. That I think whatever floats your boat. But I also feel like maybe you should have like really sat down and had an intentional conversation with her and possibly let her know that you were actually really, really hurt by it because you thought that, you know, they were close, you guys were closer than that. For her to not invite you. But then also when you said she didn't invite her sister, so I'm just kind of like, maybe it's really like you're
gonna trump the sister. I'm confused.
I'm possibly sure it wasn't
intentional.
It was just like, okay, we're getting married and this is what it is. And it seems like more of the husband side was there anyway, so maybe it was more for his side. So I mean, from what you said, the friendship seemed to be like a very important one to you, and you said you guys were really close, and she got hurt and you were the first person that she called. So I would say try to salvage the relationship. You may have overreacted a little bit.
I think there's also this culture of cutting off and what serves me, what doesn't serve me. People are cutting off so many people that are actually valuable to their lives.
Left and right. People are getting...
and it's not, well, for me, personally, it's not easy to be just catching these new friendships. And also, I guess it's not easy for me because I want a certain type of friendship. And I need high quality type of friendship. I'm not just going for a basic type of friendship. I really want a top tier friend.
But what happens if you then realize that you're actually in a low quality friendship? That's why you're getting chopped.
No, I don't chop them. I just keep them around and know.
And okay, that's like, this is how I
don't cut people off now.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm too old for that. I just realized I'm at a stage in my life where people shouldn't be cut off. I think life is too short. Those people will do certain low quality things, low vibrational stuff, and then as soon as they do it, you put them in their place. Like they're in a corner somewhere. You know they're there. You know what they're capable of, and then also now you know what you can expose yourself to.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So they can fool you once, but not twice and thrice. So you just got to be aware of those people. But to cut them off, I wouldn't cut them off. Keep them around for jokes.
That's true. Keep them around for good times.
It's for good times. Low quality.
What is it? A good time friend. Good time friend.
Low quality friends in terms of what they bring to the table are definitely a good time friend. That's what it is.
Yeah. So talk to your home girl. Talk to her.
Girl, let her know, and this time actually listen to us because I genuinely don't think that was the best way forward.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments, make sure to let us know.
Yeah.
What your thoughts are.
Comments. Let us know. Yeah.
That has to be invited to every single friend's wedding. Are you one of those people where you would like closure, prefer closure? You're gonna send that last unmarried text. And
are you miserable in your relationship?
And if so,
let us know. Let us know the signs.
Exactly.
And why?
Yeah. What other signs?
Let us be your therapist that could help you out of your misery.
This is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Exactly.
Have a good week, guys.
Yes, thank you. I am Lish. And this is Allow It.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share with the friends that knows a friend.
Talk to us.
Peace.
Bye.